That's a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. If you are new here, welcome in. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit organization called Divas Can Manifest. Divas Can Manifest sponsors this free tarot channel, so all of the proceeds to this channel, as well as my main channel, and all of the proceeds from Cosmic Intelligence, our spiritual community shop, you can find all those links down below. All of those proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization and women's health. We are currently raising money for our scholarship fund, Project 444, for women in sports. Thank you so much for being here. You can find more about what I do through my nonprofit work, all of my hobbies and interests down below. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, supporting. I hope you are enjoying all of the things going on the channel. Check the community tab for information, updates, important notifications. Check YouTube Shorts for collective pick a cards. Stay up to date, okay? Check the description box down below so that you can keep up with what we're doing. Today we are getting into a gossip update. So as always, this is not our first rodeo. Pick from the overhead selection and let me know what you choose down below and how everything resonates, and I'll see you in your pile. Hi pile one, welcome to your selection. So you chose the child or orphan archetype, and it came out in the light aspects. So independence based on learning to let go. Learning to go at it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So I definitely feel like people could be talking about some type of alienation that you've been dealing with. I feel like these are people who try to alienate you and ostracize you, okay? I'm getting a Gemini, a Scorpio. I'm getting that people who abandon you, okay? These people, if these are not people that abandon you, these are people who are watching you get abandoned a lot. They're watching you move on. They're watching you spend a lot of time by yourself. They're watching you in solitude. Some of you guys really enjoy your alone time. You're introverted by nature. Okay. But these are people who may have ghosted you, or people who stopped communicating with you. They deserted you is what I'm hearing. So they feel like you have been surviving without them, okay? You've been surviving. These could be romantic partners. We have the heart chakra, okay? Let's get the gossip. Power one. I'm hearing it's your body, okay? Especially if you are a female gender. It's your body. So people are saying that, people hate you and will not accept you because of your body and your mind, of course. But I'm hearing, especially like you're something where your family may have abandoned you, or it felt like you were a part of this person's family, and they're saying that people in your family are jealous of you because of your body. Power one, what's the current gossip on you? We have the seeker. We have the hedonist. We have the priest. So some of you guys, you're spiritual practitioners. Some of you guys may be terrorists, or you are kind of witchy, manifestors, okay? They see that you could even be a therapist, some type of physical therapist, a life coaching. But you do something to remind people of their inner spirit, and you bring a lot of attention to people's inner spirit. I'm hearing that you actually do like serve as like this channel of spiritual energy. Maybe you quite literally have a channel, a YouTube channel doing spiritual things, okay? What's the current gossip on you, Power One? Momentum. So some of you guys, you're very I don't know if pious is the right word, but you have values that you have, like you have core values that you stick to. And I feel like you have been able to keep your heart so big and open despite you knowing that people will like abandon you because they are jealous of your body. Somebody's name starts with the letter N, or letter B. You guys, you may have been drawn into the last dream interpretation, the dream analysis that we most recently had. Some of you guys, you are single, or you know who you are going to have a family with. You know who you're going to build a family with. You know who you're going to have children with. And this person, I'm getting that some of them are watching you, and they know that this is like a divine union. You and this person have a spiritual commitment with one another, and they feel like you have not been able, especially with the seeker. I don't know if this is gossip or not. Maybe a lot of people know about this union. Okay, something is very publicized. Maybe this connection has public status. But you know, everyone knows that there's like a challenge around this relationship that you need to get through. And they feel like you have not been able to commit to this person, or you have, there's something that, you know, people are saying that because you like to be independent and go at it alone, you will, or you have a commitment, a fear of commitment, that that's the reason why you haven't settled down. I think that it's because you already know who your person is, and you already know that this is like, there is a journey and a challenge to get to this person. This union that is happening with this divine counterpart, you guys are already, like some of you guys, you definitely should check out all about your next relationship, Power 4 perhaps. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you already know who this person is, or you know that a divine counterpart, you are on a divine counterpart journey. And all of these relationships that you have been going through, you know that they're karmic, and like deep down you know that they're karmic, but it's something where you will still try to, I don't know, you'll still try to entertain yourself with the idea. You already know who your divine counterpart is, Power 1. People are actually saying this, especially if you are like a psychic, or you're like like you doing something where you could literally have it, like you already can tell, like you have foresight. They feel like you already know who your person is, but you keep playing. I'm hearing this could be us, but you're playing. LOL, Power 1. And they feel like this is your commitment issues, okay? So, what's the current gossip on you, Power 1? What's the current gossip on you, Power 1? We have Pluto. What's the current gossip on you, Power 1? And we have release. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these challenges that you're going through in order to get to this divine counterpart, this is a divine union for a reason. There's a big challenge around it. And you are needed to get to this person because like the way that you're getting to this person, the way that you are aligning, I'm hearing that you're manifesting this union. If you don't know them already, you're manifesting this union. Or you guys have gone into separation because there is a heart blockage. They're mad at you, okay? Because especially if you're so beautiful, some of them, they're mad at you because you called them ugly, or you brought out something around their organ inferiorities, or some type of inferiority complex that they've been having, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys, there's a gossip around you where there's like, they feel like, you know, you have been going at it alone for a long time, and that you've been surviving, but they feel like some of them, they don't know that you've been getting help from your mom, or you've been getting support from your family in some type of way. Some of them, they think that you are abandoned by your family. They thought that you didn't have any support from your family, but you have had your mother, or you've had someone in the family who has been sticking by you the whole time. And this person have like a very deep unconditional love with one another, and you guys have been harmonizing this frequency, because something where There's a family here that is very grief stricken. There's a family here that is very dysfunctional or traumatized. And they feel, some people, a lot of people know that, a lot of people in your family are dead to you. Okay. People in your family, they hate you because of your skin color and your hips and body type. They feel like, that you are this beautiful hedonist, right? That you are this creative energy that embraces the good things in life, celebrating your beauty. They definitely see you with, beautiful hair. Whether this is your natural hair or wigs. They see your hips, your hip bearing. Okay, you got childbearing hips. And you're always celebrating how beautiful you are and showcasing your beauty. They see you with a lot of fruits and delicacies. And this family, who is very grief-stricken, dysfunctional, and not well, have been hating you because of your beautiful body and your beautiful life. And a lot of them are colorists, and they hate you for being of a lighter complexion than them. And it is, I don't know, you feel like, some of you feel like an orphan. You feel like you were adopted into the family, or you feel like you do not have, like, you don't look like your family at all. Okay. But I'm getting that most recently a lot of people were saying that you actually do look like your mother. Okay. Something about you, you've been struggling with a mommy issue. Okay. Some of you have been hating your mother, or you have been healing a relationship with your mother, especially if you've gone off and created this beautiful life that, your family never was able to. And the people are saying that you're doing all of this so that you can help your mom, or that you can help your family, and that you can do right by them. But a lot of people in this family are dead to you. Okay. So I feel like because you haven't had this connection to your family, there is like this lack of roots. There is like this lack of tradition, or just especially with the seeker coming out in the shadow aspect, it's just like, you're lacking, knowing, what path, or being sure about what path is right for you. Like a lot of people, they'll grow up and they're like, I'm gonna be a doctor like my dad. And they'll go off and they'll go to the same universities that their father went to, and they'll go, they'll take over their family business, and that is like a sure path that they know in their life, right? That's such a beautiful privilege. But it seems like you have created a beautiful life out of nothing. Some of you guys are cut from the dirt, and your family hates you for this, especially your beauty. And these are people who represent your shadow aspects. They feel like your family they have been the ones that you value your beauty, you value the good things in life, where they have been pursuing pleasure to the detriment of their health. Some of them, they don't have any self-control. They keep having unprotected with untrustworthy partners, and they contracted diseases. A lot of them, they have diabetes or some type of hereditary diseases, and they see that you did not inherit all of this dysfunction. This is the heart of the matter with Pluto showing up. You need to release your attachments to these old relationships, because I definitely feel like a lot of them, especially like, relationships that ended, people who actually turned away from you, they deserted you, abandoned you, left you high and dry. This was inevitable. You already know who your person is, or you already know that your divine counterpart, you guys have been having psychic insights, dreams about your divine counterpart, and you know that these people are not, they're not, good. So you know that these are karmic relationships, and this has just been your inability to stay concentrated on your person. Okay. So these, a lot of these reflect, your deep issues. Okay. Your deep commitment issues, your deep lack of tradition and roots, right? You are creating traditions. You are establishing roots. So this could be hard to sometimes know what is right for you. But this is the independence. This is the rite of passage. As you break this generational curse and pattern, this is your independence, learning to let go. Learning how to go at it alone, especially when all these family members abandon you, especially when all these relationships, friendships, and communities, they can't accept that you have this beautiful life and beautiful divine vessel, superior vessel. You come across a lot of people who do not prioritize their health. That is you refusing to inherit dysfunction, unhealthy behavioral patterns, and hereditary diseases. These are people who indulge at the expense of others. These are the people who don't have self-control. You are creating a beautiful life and a beautiful family that establishes and maintains wealth and prosperity. All of these relationships reflect back to you are their indulgences in their inability to control themselves, their violations of your trust, their own commitment issues. The gossip around you surrounds your family, and they feel like you not having traditional roots is rearing its ugly head a lot of the times, right? But they know that this actually puts you in this position to serve the spiritual commitment, especially for you guys. You don't have this external validation. You don't have this external motivation to do certain things, okay? You are literally a spiritual commitment. You have a duty around this as well, okay? I'm getting a lot of relationships or a lot of these people who, they reflect your shadows. They're major endings, right? Or they lead to some type of mystery, or they lead to some type of violation of trust. They lead to some type of indulgence, some type of detriment. And you feel like you have to resurrect yourself, or you feel like you have to transform some way in a big way. But all of these are teaching you, they're helping you unlock your heart chakra, okay? So a lot is there, Power One, okay? So you have been surviving and conquering your fear of surviving, and through Pluto, you're doing what you must do, okay? Because you're on the other end of this, learning independence and releasing codependencies. In these codependencies, people are saying that you are freeing yourself from codependencies. You're freeing yourself from addictions. You're freeing yourself from unhealthy patterns. You're freeing yourself from relationships that are not working out, okay? You're not wasting time. You're establishing a real tradition, okay? Adjusting to change. Unexpected money. What did I say? Pretty hurts, okay? People feel like you've been adulting and being independent and mature with this child archetype, right? You're doing the things that your family could not do. Your family could not be responsible. Your family pursued pleasure at the detriment of their health. They got diabetes, could not focus on health, which is wealth, okay? They feel like you have been so mature and adulting and doing the right things and being responsible, especially with all this unexpected money coming in. People are they're seeing that you are building wealth. They see that you are, you're establishing your sources of revenue, lots of streams of revenue. And you coming into, some of these people, they feel like because of your beauty, you come into a lot of unexpected money. I feel like this is the reason why a lot of people hate you so much. It's because you get a lot of recognition, rewards because of your beauty, that you get a lot of gifts, lots of donations, lots of tips, that you get a lot of special treatment and privileges because of your beauty and being light. So it is, but I'm getting that there have been situations where you have not experienced these privileges. Some of you, they know that you are marrying outside of your race, or some of you guys, they know that you're married to someone white, or you're marrying someone white, you're marrying someone from a different culture than you, and they feel like this was a privilege, and they feel they hate you because of this, and that you have so much beauty, and that your family hates you because you're the beautiful one. Okay, and they feel like you're getting all this unexpected money. They feel like you're coming into this unexpected wealth, and that they're just, now that they're getting that they didn't appreciate you when you didn't have anything, right? They made you feel like an orphan. They made you feel like you didn't have nobody, right? But you did have somebody. Some of you still had your mom, okay? Even if you thought your mom didn't love you, or you thought your mom was away, right? That was your own rejecting of your mom, okay? Your mom is not abandoning you. You have unconditional love with your mom. She created you. You think she'd be like, oh, my mom is mad because I'm pretty. That woman created you. Come on now. The beauty that you hold is within her. She created you. Okay, your mom loves you. Okay, it's all you need. All you need to do is bow to your mom and say, Mom, I love you. Okay, I will give you everything that you want. Especially now that you guys are coming into wealth, and the rest of these family members, they're going to see you giving everything that you want, doing everything for your mother, doing everything for this family member that stuck beside you. They feel like you've been adjusting to a lot of changes without having this family or these friends or people that you thought would be in your life. Okay, so tough, but you know, true. Power one. Okay, so they were just people who could not control themselves, and you learned how to do things on your own, and it led to a beautiful life. And you know, that makes them hate you even more, right? So when they didn't love you, when you didn't have, so don't feel bad for, you know, going off and having this beautiful, prosperous life. Okay, I'm hearing a sister was very insidious and treacherous because you were the beautiful one. Okay, and you were the one getting all of the, you know, praise. You were the one they think that you have privilege compared to them. Okay. The Knight of Swords. What's the gossip on you? Power one. The Four of Cups. Yeah, these people are very, they feel like you're very unsatisfied, right? You're still getting used to this, you know, you're still adjusting to change with the Two of Pentacles. They feel like you are trying to balance all of your responsibilities and all of your task and duties and things like that, especially as a spiritualist, high priest, high priestess. They feel like you're very driven, action oriented. You always, I'm hearing that they every time that you're showing up with a new action. You're very driven to succeed. They see that you took risk, that you were daring, that you believed in yourself, and now you're coming into all this unexpected money. They know that this was a struggle, though. They know that you have been through hell and high waters. Especially some of you that have seen your waist shrink, something around the hate. You know, pretty hurts, friend. Okay, pretty hurts. They hate you, and they're so bored watching you, right? They feel like you're sad that they did not, like, you know, these are people who, like, I'm hearing that they disregard. I'm not gonna say they disregard. I mean, some of these people, they did disregard you, but some of these people, you were like, they became apathetic towards you, and it was because of how beautiful you are and how action oriented you were. This bothered them. They were sitting around, I'm hearing just, ooh, what was me? Some of these people, you can tell within their face how, just how, like, I don't know, just how you can tell, like, you can tell when someone's jealous of you, especially as a priest. You guys can just see it in their face. You can see an instinctual response in their facial expression that they hate you because of your beauty. Like, you can tell right away. These could be strangers that you even see outright, especially if you're wearing like a light colored hair, okay, something that brings out your skin complexion. When they see your skin complexion, it's like this instinctual response to hate you. And you can see how disgruntled they are. They'll sit around and they'll look so unhappy when you show up. You know, the people who are gossiping about you is because you don't dim yourself to fit into these, you know, people's mold and make them more comfortable. They hate to see you moving. There's Knight of Swords. They hate to see you taking action. They hate to see you inspired, brave, daring. Some of you, they're watching you make all the money in the environment, and they hated you for being beautiful. Okay, and then when they realized that you weren't like some superficial person, you can see you can see how angry they become. I don't want to say angry, but you can just see how, just like, oh yeah, like, it's, I don't know, like, I wish that you could see my face. Like, I can show you better than I can tell you, Power One, but it's kind of just like that facial expression that comes with them. These are people who are gossiping about you. They are just people. These some people could be people who are strangers, or people who, you know, that you left them behind, you left them bored, you left them apathetic, you left them, you know, you were the razzle dazzle within these people's lives, right? and it's like you kind of, you know that that they're going to, hate you from the jump because you're beautiful, and you can see it in their face and their instinctual responses to you. Okay. A little gossip, a little, just protect your energy. Do not stop taking care of yourself. Do not stop taking action, because people, you just show up and you're inspired and daring and wanting to make money and be good, right? And they just like, oh my God, you're just going to be so beautiful, and then just to change at the same time. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, foul what. It's like they will just literally, they will not, do well behind you with this beauty. Okay. Unfortunately. Thank you so much, Pile 1. Let me know how that resonates down below, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the bully. Okay. So people are saying, I don't know. I can't remember what this came, if this came out in the shadow aspects or the light, but I think it came out in the light aspect. So, people are saying people are very intimidated by you, okay? Especially if you guys are showing up and you're all done up. Oh, baby, this is not good, okay? Especially if you're here from Pile 1, you guys. If you're showing up all done up, it's not good. I'm getting that there is like this tendency to intimidate people. And it is because of how you look or your physical presence, okay? Even the people that you date, somebody's name here starts with the letter B. Even the people that, you date, they become intimidated by you. You need a partner that is very, self-assured, okay? These people, you may have verbally and physically abused these people, okay? Or they may have been physically and verbally abusive to you. But I'm getting this something about you like, it helps you confront your own inner fears. Like when you realize that somebody's intimidated, I'm getting that you are just as uncomfortable that as they are. I don't think that this is like, it is not just like this one-sided thing where they are the ones that feels like, oh my God, you're doing something to make me uncomfortable. No, I think this is definitely just like a lot of inner fear that people have about, you. And I think I was literally just thinking about this on my way here, because I was like, I feel like sometimes when you see someone who intimidates you, your ego mind will literally go straight to denial, or go straight to some type of repression or straight to some type of defense mechanism. And I feel like you guys, you have been struggling because you are surrounded by people who are very intimidated by you, okay? And you know why they're intimidated by you. I'm getting, it's an instinctual. We were kind of talking about this a little bit at the end of Pile 1. These people, you have these instinctual responses, or this innate knowing around this, this tendency to intimidate other people. You guys are becoming increasingly aware, okay, around this, where you realizing that a lot of, like, people are talking about, situations where maybe you were bullied, maybe you are sharing experiences about your past, and you are starting to find a pattern. You are knowing that these people who verbally and physically abuse you, they are concealing a deep fear. They're concealing their own inner fears that bully them. So you guys, now that you have this awareness around what this is, and that this is like secret intimidation, you know that people's like, them maybe physically attacking you or verbally attacking you is because they have been concealing this, fighting and attacking behind, like, they've been concealing their intimidation. And I feel like as soon as, like, immediately when you have these instinctual responses about people, you immediately you get uncomfortable as well, because you know that it may lead to verbal or physical abuse, or you know that it may lead to them attacking you. Okay, Pile 2, yeah, these are sparks. You're getting sparks of creativity and you're getting like follow this spark. You know, like now that you're finally like, okay, all this time of me getting bullied, all this time of me growing, slowly but surely growing the awareness around someone's, like, people getting, intimidated by me. I'm getting a group of people. I'm getting a home where there was curtains, a window sill, or being able to see a skyline. I'm hearing people who have been concealing this, maybe they were not so outright. A verbal and vicious attack that you may have gone on, and you literally, where people try to conceal their bullying of you, and you help them confront these inner fears. I'm hearing that maybe you did it you weren't so nice about it, okay? So I definitely feel like people are gossiping about this. People are talking about that there was a big change after this. After these people bullied you, because they all enabled their intimidation of you. Something where they hated the fact that you showed up, you were all done up. They saw you, I'm hearing they heard your heels clacking a lot. They saw you with nice dresses on. They saw you, or if you are, whatever gender you are, whatever you like to wear, they saw you well tailored, put together. They saw clear skin. They saw, they smelled your fragrance a lot. And all of these things, you taking care of yourself, or you just like showcasing your intelligence, actually inspires a lot of intimidation, because it shows people like your awareness. You are high voltage beings. You are people who zap people into consciousness, zap them into awareness. You will come, like some of you guys are almost at the finish line of getting around these unsafe environments. You will be moving to safer environments and safer relationships, where you will be around more people who also take care of themselves. You will be around more people who also, they're studious and quiet and work hard and smell good, right? You will be around more people who have prosperity. But you have been transitioning and adapting to changes a lot, because you have been moving through cycles of understanding this, right? Why you're getting bullied is because you're around a lot of scarce people, right? You've been following these sparks your whole life, right? And they have been shifting you closer and closer to, where you're supposed to be. Some of you guys have been, you've been under a lot of fear and physical abuse. And a lot of people are gossiping about this. These are people who bullied you. Perhaps they were the bullies, right? But if you are expressing about this, they know that this is just, people being intimidated by you because of how you're taking care of yourself, how you're looking good, and how, you are empowered, to be driven and, have a lot of willpower, okay? So, a lot of these people will try to, conceal this. I'm also I was kind of getting that, yeah, it's like, that puts you in the authority role. That makes you, because you have the awareness, because you have the knowledge on how to make decisions, rational decisions that are most beneficial to the group. That puts you in a powerful, directed, and realized place. This, I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to, find your moderation around this, because you want, although you are their authority, you know that you are around a lot of people who don't have the same sense of empowerment that you have, right? It could be that you look good. It could be that you are, that's the reason why they're like, angry and intimidated. But the real reason that they're angry and intimidated is not because that you're just beautiful. It's also because you're neurodivergent. It's also because you have a different way of thinking, right? That puts you in a leadership position. Do you think Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos was around doing the same things as everybody else? Right? So you want people, you are, coming into this authority, and it's people, as people realize your authority, you're letting them know that I am receptive, wise, and loving. Okay, this is not anything that you need to be, intimidated by. This is just, I'm just here to protect us all. I'm just here to make decisions that's best for us all. Okay? But a lot of these people, instead of honoring this within you, they will bully you and try to alienate you, ostracize you, or quite literally physically or verbally attack you. okay? Because they hate so much that you are their authority, and it highlights some type of inferiorities within them, okay? So, especially if you're dealing with some people who have a large age difference between you and them, they can't stand it that you have developed to this, you know, success at this young age. You know, I'm getting that, you know, you are so, you know, if they're uncomfortable, you're so uncomfortable as well, right? It's because you already know that they are going to have a problem with your authority and your, you know, your self-care and how good you look and are, how well established you are, how successful you are. You know that they're going to find an issue with something about this, okay? And you know, you are always powerful and directed. You're never this person that is this totalitarian or this authoritarian. You are wise, loving, and receptive. So when they become intimidated, right, it just was like, you know that these are their own inner fear, and their own inadequacies that are highlighted, okay, that are being highlighted. So, you know, just try to stay safe as possible. You are transitioning away from these bullies, these people who are verbally and physically abusive. People will literally attack you when you assert your authority, okay? They will, like, you will feel very uncomfortable around these, you know, these scarce peoples, right? But you are moving, you know, you're moving into safer environments where you are also going to be around other leaders, right? When another leader walks in, they're not going to attack that leader. Another leader walks in, they're like, what can I learn from that leader? How can me and that leader work together? Okay. What's the current gossip on you, Power One? Okay, yeah, that's what I knew. The networker, the monk, none. And then we have the destroyer. Okay, yeah, I definitely feel like you have been, with the destroyer, you have definitely been adapting through something, going through a major transformation, and you are preparing for a new life. Like, you are moving away from being around so many bullies, okay? So many people who have been, you know, intimidated by you. Like, through this networker, it definitely feels like these are people, instead of realizing you, right, as powerful and directed, they will try to convey information that spreads fear and falsehood. These are people who will try to, I'm hearing people who sent a lot of letters, or people who have tried to do something negative to, like, hurt you, okay, right? They have literally been telling lies. I'm getting a Gemini, or they have been, I'm hearing some people here who may have even tried to get you in troubles with the law, okay? I'm also getting that, yeah, you're Uranus, okay? You definitely are different, okay? So in this network, right, you are definitely, like, you know, you're way set apart from these people, okay? You're way set apart from these people. You're nothing like these people that you've been around. You're nothing like your bullies, okay? And you have been preparing for this new life where you are so abundant, okay? You are this authority who you've had this selfless devotion and dedication to your spirit, and you know, they saw you and they were not expecting you to be a leader. They were not expecting you to be an authority. Some of them, they never even had an authority that was wise, loving, and receptive. You know, it's something, you know, this ultimately is calling, you know, a lot of people to look at you in a different way. They were not expecting you. They feel like you're an unusual example of leadership, of authority. So some of them, you know, through the networker, have been spreading a lot of fear and falsehood around your, you know, your presence, your image, your career, social standings, right? And they have been telling a lot of lies, right? But this is really like their inner fears, right? Their inner fears that bully them, and the fact that they're, you know, just conventional, mundane, insecure, right? Deep insecurities coming out, you know, with these people. A Taurus, a Capricorn, a Scorpio. Okay, I'm getting a lot of men that you may have dated. I'm hearing that you feel so uncomfortable after being intimate with them, and then realizing that they were intimidated. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, why did I even let you touch me? I'm so scared. Like, oh my God, like, Power 2, like, these are just, especially if you guys are moving into divine countership, you have been with like a lot of insecure divine masculines, and or you've been with a lot of insecure masculines, and they have turned into bullies. I'm getting, especially like the domestic abusers. I'm hearing somebody's name is Josh. Somebody's name is Will or Bill. I'm getting that somebody, or their name is Andre or Andrew. I'm getting they will literally start fighting you because they're intimidated at the fact that you are their leader, and that's like, it just reflects like that they're not a partner. They're just like you're like they're like your constituent, right? They have been hiding their deep fears around this verbal and physical abuse. Some of them, they started slandering you in a workplace, or they started slandering and gossiping about you, spreading, your personal information. I'm hearing spreading, violating your HIPAA rights. I'm definitely getting a lot of some of them expose traumas, or they expose your medical record. They expose your user profile. And they started talking, like, because you were so unusual, and like something about your profile, your like medical record, they noticed like something about it or something like that. And I'm hearing that this, like, they abused their position of power by exposing like your confidential information, especially if they had like some kind of position of leadership. We have the 7th house here, a partner. They're gossiping about a partner who conveyed your personal information. They violated your rights in some type of way. Andre, or somebody's name that starts with letter A, or somebody's name that starts with letter Q. They definitely did this because it was like they spread a lot of fear and falsehood around something. And I'm getting that when you were with these people, you may have been like desperate. I don't know, something about you may have been desperate to be dealing with these people, because I'm like, desperate for a partner, desperate for like some type of assistance, because you were not like trusting yourself and trusting your flow, right? You were critical and overly critical, like you were insecure and overly criticizing yourself, and you have very, very poor boundaries with these people, especially if they had access to like some personal information. Like some of them, they are gossiping around some personal information that they had had about you. Quite literally could be a HIPAA violation, and it's because like the reason why they did that is because when they saw that you were like this unusual example of an authority, it incited so much fear, right? It was like a deep fear that they had been concealing, right? And they could not, like, something about their, like, they just are not comprehending, not getting it, not, they're not open within their mind, they're not aware. And I'm getting that your intimacy with them might have even brought them a greater awareness, hyper awareness, and they became overly sensitive, and something where you may have been noticing their flaws, or you were noticing things that other people would not notice, and they became very insecure about your awareness and around like how powerful you were and directed you were, and in this partnership, right? And I'm getting that both of you guys through the 7th house, it wasn't like you guys were not coming together to achieve something bigger. I'm definitely getting like these people, these partners that you've had that are gossiping, they actually help you expedite your purpose in your life. Like they see that you were a purpose-driven person that was powerful, directed, and realized with this authority, but they felt like this was unusual example. Whatever it is, however you display yourself, it made them so insecure. This was their inner fear. They conveyed your personal information and spread a fear about you. I'm getting that you were a saint. You just had this dedication to your spirit, like this dedication to your purpose, and you think so beautifully. And you were solving so many problems for these people as well. I'm getting that you literally came in for a purpose to help them achieve something, and they did something like, instead of receiving this, right, they were, something where they were manipulating, okay, or concealing this behind, fear and verbal or physical abuse. Okay, pal 2, let's wrap with the gospel, okay? Unfortunately, these partners that you were dating, they were just like, the reason they were intimidated, right? They turned it. Unfortunately, they became bullies. And the reason why they became bullies is because they were just lazy, unfocused, didn't have any groundwork, didn't have any follow through, right? They're literally lame. I'm hearing unsuccessful. I'm hearing some of them, way older than you, 10 plus years older than you, and they literally saw you so successful as like this young authority perhaps, or just this unusual authority, and this like was deeply triggering, right? Unhealed energies. When people come around someone successful, right, their shadow self was triggered, right? Because insecure people, when they're around wildly successful, unusual, confident, powerful, and directed people, will become they will become triggered. Okay, these people are definitely losers, honey. You did not lose anything. These people had no follow through, no focus, no guidance. I'm hearing that you were quite literally this person's authority, right? But they concealed this lame page of pentacles in the reverse behind verbal, and physical abuse. Some of them, they quite literally attacked you. Okay, so we have death. You were like desperate to be with this person. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you are adjusting to this change. This relationship went through under a massive transformation. They see that you've grown very detached from them. You don't care. And a lot of them, they see you with a new opportunity to expedite your purpose. They're saying you develop beyond them. Because some of them, they literally, they hate to accept your authority. Right? And it's because, like, they have been concealing the fact that they are literally a lame. I'm hearing somebody's name that starts with letter B. Or somebody's somebody was bullying you for your skin complexion, and they were like a colorist. Okay, some of them, they hated the fact that you were like, it's like, Beyonce, brown skin girl, right? A lot of people hate Beyonce because of her skin color, right? But it's not because of the skin color that you're mad about. Okay, it's not the skin color that you're mad at. You're mad because Beyonce is talented. The truth is, if you were talented, if you were actually had goals and emotional satisfaction, you would be detached too. You would not be so caught up with, someone's look and beauty, right? With Archangel Jophiel, right? You would be developing and trying to think beautifully on your own. But, you're lame, and that's not, that's why it's not happening. I also feel like these are... these people, they've been concealing the fact that they have no groundwork, they have no follow through, they have no methodology for doing anything. They can't plan in advance, they can't allocate resources, they can't do nothing right. Okay, and instead of them looking at it a different way and saying this is actually a blessing, somebody who's going to help me with their selfless devotion, right? Instead of trying to enhance unity in this situation, a lot of them, they decided to convey your personal information. I'm hearing something, they did something with your mail, or they have been quite literally spreading lies about you, okay? Unfortunately, that's what I'm seeing. That's the gossip on you, pal 2. Let me know how that resonates, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose this storyteller archetype. This person's literally making up a whole ass story, okay? This person, I'm getting that this is just like wild. Let's see, what's the current gossip? Let's see if we can get any insight about who this person is, and what kind of stories is they making up. Okay, I'm getting that this is somebody who you've played a lot of music to. You've listened to a lot of music about them. You listened to a lot of music. You felt a lot of resonance with music with this person. This person inspired your music a lot, is what I'm hearing. Your diary, okay? So what could this be about? Tell me a little bit more. What's the current gossip on you, pal 3? Child, they gossiping about your love life. They gossiping around, people who you're being intimate with. Okay. I'm getting something where there was exactly 2 pillows. I don't know who needed to know that, but like, if you're sleeping on a bed, you're trying to figure out who was you with who was you on the bed with. It's like, it was exactly 2 pillows there. Okay. Your lovers, okay? So there is a lot of gossip around your lovers, okay? And how you have been having compassion with them, okay? Very nice. What do we need to know about this situation? About this tale that is harming you, okay? This Cancer, this person hates hearing about you making love, okay? because they know somebody here, somebody's canceled. Okay, this is somebody who got canceled. The relationship was canceled. I'm hearing the world. So this makes me think about the world card in the tarot. This is somewhere where there's an end of a cycle with this person. And that means that, like some of you, if this is the end of the cycle with this person, that means that it is that time. I'm hearing you about to sit on their face whenever you're ready. Okay? So, y'all, I don't know, it's about to go down. Oh my God, pile 3. What's the current gossip on you? What's going on? This is getting wild. Pile 3, dilettante, beautiful. Hermit, a creative, artistic person. Okay, mediator, and that's all for that one. Okay. So people are saying that you hermit a lot. Some of you guys are here from pile 1. People are saying that you have been seeking solitude to focus intently on your inner life and your creativity. They feel like after being intimate with somebody, you may have been ghosted, or after being intimate with somebody, I'm hearing a relationship, you were ripped away from this person, and it inspired your creativity a lot. A lot of y'all, you stop saying, they saying that you stop looking for all this sex, you stop having a poor attachment to sex, you stop relying on others for physical security, and you started delighting in the arts. You started having passion for your art endeavors. But there's a situation where somebody literally made up a story that harms you, and you have been negotiating around this. This could literally involve slander and libel. Some of you guys are involved in a mediation. There is injury, there is harassment, there is I'm hearing something that happened something that happened with your professional life. I keep seeing the professional word twice. Like, I'm hearing something where something happened in your professional life. Maybe there was some fraternization in your professional life. I'm getting that there may have been some fraternization within your professional life, or there was a romantic relationship in a workplace. There may have been something inappropriate that happened, okay? Or that some people feel as inappropriate. So you have been mediating around this. But they feel like you have been having such a gift at negotiating this, and you're letting people know, like, especially if they're reading your art. Some of them, they're reading a lot of your writing. You guys are writers. They're reading how you express about your intimacies, and they know that you are just not this like frivolous person that gets involved with people, and that this was not a poor attachment to sex, money, and power. That this was not you using your sensuality inappropriately to get more money and power. And I feel like this whole mediation has been you helping this person find respect for your side of the argument, especially if you were painted out as this, like, I don't know, Jezebel or something like that, right? You're like showing people that this is like this is literally not what you think it is. You are not somebody who is superficial in their pursuit. You're not someone who has this attachment to money and power. You are a soul-bearing, sacred sexuality. Okay, I think that this is what's going on. So, let's see. What else is happening around this gossip situation, pal? Pal 3. Okay. Yeah, I feel like something happened where this fake story that somebody made up about your resources or something like that, and your personal powers, like through the I know this is the 8th house, but I sometimes the 8th house reminds me of the 2nd house. I don't know, but it's like something about you where you had some type of financial freedom, or you had some type of personal capability, some type of time freedom. You had resources. You've had I don't know, an expanded financial capability. You've had nicer resources, a good quality of things. And somebody literally made up an entire story because you had nice things. I feel like this story involved you, especially with the dilettante showing up. They saw your resources and they saw your personal powers, and they were trying to alert somebody of the danger of a superficial pursuit. They were trying to make you, they thought that you were superficial. But this SCXy time, it was literally not like, this was something that especially when the separation occurred or there was a breakup, I'm hearing that this situation ripped you apart. And I feel like when people realize just how like much this impacted you and how this was a major change in your life, they realized that you were like, that this was not a superficial pursuit, that this was not an inappropriate use of your sensuality, that this was somebody that you felt a sacred connection with. Okay, and I feel like whoever made up this story about you, they were trying to make you out as this Jezebel, or they were trying to make you out as easy. They were trying to make you out as like you for everybody, right? And I'm hearing that, and this, especially if this was at work or at school, this literally hurt your reputation, or this led to a major change in your life. And this was a mystery because I'm hearing all this gossip and nastiness around you. You heard it through music. Something about you have been getting downloads about the situation. And over time, you've been dissolving the psychic block through music, symbols, and stories. And you are now like, you're saying, okay, I have respect for that because it may have looked a certain type of way, right? It may have looked bad. Like, I'm not going to say it didn't look bad, pal. I'm getting the way that you looked, you had nice stuff, or they tried to like, I don't know, you looked like you were superficial because you were so nice. I'm like, you know, it looked bad because you look so nice, friend. But they didn't know that you was this hermit that was, you know, focused intently on your inner life, and that you were using all these sacred sexualities for your personal creativity. Like, stop. You're like, I am not superficial in my pursuit. I am delighting in the arts. And I think that sex is art. LOL. Okay, period. So, you know, now that people have been seeing your side of the story, they know that you wasn't doing this because you was just trying to get more money and power through using your body. And they're like, this is like, you know, you're making people have respect for your side. Okay. And yeah, what did I say? Through your mysticism, or through, you know, you've been dissolving psychic blocks around this. You have been understanding this mystery. I'm getting that this gossip that harmed you, I'm getting that it literally was like, you see how in this image, this person is holding their heart. I'm getting that every time you was holding your chest, friend, you was holding your chest. And, you know, you was stuck on stupid after, you know, this harmful gossip, this harmful story, ripped you and this person away. Okay, you were very distraught. I'm hearing that you really, really love somebody. Okay, so, but you have learned that, you know, to have passion about your artistic things as well. Okay, so, you know, let's get, you know, some divine channel messages. Okay, to see, you know, if we can gain more insights around the gossip around you, pal 3. Yeah, oh my God, we have a fraud. Okay, both of these want to come out, so I'm just going to take them. And I think that's so synchronistic, fraud and funeral. Yeah, this was a spiritual warfare, y'all. Because they saw you with a partner in alliance. They saw that this was like a mutual benefit. That this was a union that was... They saw that this union was formed for, you know, that this was going to create a lot of personal power. A lot of personal freedoms, a lot of, you know, financial freedoms and wealth, and that you guys were also having sacred sex. People hated this. They didn't want to see y'all have sacred love. Like, they hated this. So now you're having compassion for your person, and you're like, okay, these people was trying to make me out to be a fraud, but I'm getting that you literally gave them a funeral, something where you put them out, you put their lights out real bad. After they tried to make it seem like you was a fraud. You were like, you the fraud. Like, you was the one trying to... The only reason why you were inspired to make up this whole story... I'm hearing they literally made up a whole ass story to try to keep y'all apart. It's because they was looking... And you're like, okay, fine. You was looking at my stuff and seeing me, you know, with personal power and seeing me with nice things. But why did that make you make up a story? Like, you didn't have to do that. Like, that did not... Just because you're weaker and less fortunate doesn't give you the right to make up a story. I can understand why it may have looked like I was superficial and that I was a fraud, but you are the ones that's the real fraud. You are the ones literally making up a story, trying to paint me out to be like this person with an ulterior motive, a hidden agenda, when I'm really, you know, you may have even been withdrawing from these people a lot. And I feel like it was because, especially if you were like so secretive, or you were so, you know, reserved and introverted, they saw you withdrawing. But I feel like they didn't see you as this person who just had this like intense fear of their negative judgments. They didn't see you as this person who was, you know, seeking solitude for your own inner life and creativity and delighting in the arts. They saw your nice things and your personal power, and they tried to make it seem like you were the superficial fraud when they were the ones that made up a little story. Like, how you look at somebody's stuff and after thin blue air be like, oh my God, that person is a I don't know, they they a FBI agent and they undercover. Like what? Like what? Where did you get that from? And this was like a big spiritual warfare, because this was like they was trying to keep y'all apart from each other, because they knew y'all was having this sacred sex. Pile 3, let's get the tarot to wrap. What are these people? You know, let's get the last little bit, the gossip on you, pile 3. I'm getting that this led to a major change, and you was like, what? Why is this happening? Why did we separate from one another? Why did you break my heart? Why did you leave? And through your mysticism, you learned that your person fell into a fear and falsehood. When they was your world. I'm hearing y'all was each other's. I'm hearing y'all are literally each other's world. When y'all have the sacred sex together, it is like, it was like you guys really experienced oneness, and like, you know, just a heightened sense of personal power through your sacred sex. And people hate to see it, because they ain't having no secret. Okay, I'm getting that these people literally saw your life and made up a story about what it could possibly be like. Like, how did they get that? How did they get that nice handbag? They probably sold their soul to the devil. And your person's like, oh my God, they did. Oh my God. Like literally trying to prey on this person's insecurities, weakness, and their own, you know, fears of mistrust and, you know, their low self-esteem, okay? Unfortunately, especially if y'all was getting a lot of attention and stuff too. It was just not a good situation, okay? So, let's see. 7 of Pentacles, yeah, they still feel very invested in you, but I definitely feel like something went, yeah, this was the major projection. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Whatever gossip they feel, I'm hearing that this tale that they told, this harmful gossip, where they tried to make up a story about, you know, where you were getting your personal powers from, and where you were getting your nice resources from, and, you know, why you were so delighting in the arts. So they tried to make it seem like this was like a personal, they tried to make it seem like this was like a superficial pursuit, and they projected onto you their shadow aspects, where they feel pain and shame, when really you're like this really, you know, successful dilettante, this very beautiful person with a beautiful inner world, and you were like not this fraud, right? They definitely projected, friend. Okay, they projected all the insecurities, feelings of mistrust, and onto you. Okay, not good. 7 of Swords. Clarifying the 7 of Swords. Yeah, hiding this fight. They have literally been hiding a fight. Like, this is why it was such a, through the 8th house, it was such a mystery that you had to learn through your mysticism. You have to discern that this person was hiding the fact they were projecting. They were invested. They felt invested, but they have been like, I'm getting that they may have been spending time with you, or, you know, their mood started to change, or you just started to feel like something wasn't right in the relationship, but it really was all this resistance around them listening to all these stories about, you know, of fear and falsehood. Like, what? That's what I'm getting around the gossip pile 3. Let me know how that resonates down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Hi, pile 4. Last but not least, you chose the detective. Okay, some of you guys are here from pile 3. Some of you guys literally solved a mystery, because there has been a lot of fraudulence here. There has been a lot of things that have not been, like, somebody has literally been committing fraud because they hate the fact that you have beauty, love, and artistry. This person has been falsifying information about you, so they could be trying to create a legal issue for you, but I don't think that this may have worked. Okay, so somebody here is they're gossiping about some type of legal issue that you're having, where somebody literally lied. Sneaky, okay, but fingers crossed, behind your back with a yellow jumpsuit on. Okay, somebody saw you with a yellow jumpsuit on. Something has been going on behind your back, but you have been having a great power of observation and intuition about this person. You've been having a desire to seek out the truth, okay? And you guys have been, your truth is getting validated as you speak more. Some of you guys are public speakers. Some of you guys are tarot readers, okay? And the more people who resonate deeply with you, that is very validating of your experience. So keep posting your readings, keep doing what you're doing, because this is helping you validate your experience, because there has been a lot of fraudulence around you where somebody has literally been falsifying information and doing something behind your back. These people are not going to get away with this, okay? Especially because this throat chakra is so strong. You are using your voice to advocate for yourself, to you know, and also your third eye and your great powers of observations is helping you as well. So we have the 5th house. Yeah, something has been, something bad is going on. But you have been, you know, the power of love is going to save you every time. This is not, this person, I don't know who this Gemini and Aquarius. You need to accept the fact that these are not who you know, they did not live up to who you wanted them to be. These are masculines who are struggling with their sexuality. Some of them are very short. If you said anything about their, you know, erectile dysfunction, if you said anything about their teeth or their nose, or you said anything that made them feel like they were inferior, you make them feel bad about their physical appearance, they are very angry at you, you know, now because they see you as so beautiful, having this artistry and love in your life. And they're just like, you see how in this image, this, well, she's not looking that angry, but from a distance she looked real angry. And I feel like these are people who just, they're working at the I don't know, something where they're working at the food counters, something where they're working minimum wage, or they're working jobs that you don't have to have any skills to do. And like, I'm talking about interpersonal skills as well, or just like, you know, they're not doing anything, you know, artistic and beautiful like you. I'm hearing something where you made them aware. Like, if these are people who did not know who you were before, and I'm getting people who hugged you, somebody hugged you. I don't know, something where these people, I'm hearing they taking your orders, or they're taking your tab. I'm hearing you wrote this person a to-do list, or you treated this person like they were the help. This person, they feel like they are like a servant to you, or they feel like, you know, these are the people who work at the dining halls. They're working at the food service, at the restaurants. Okay, they're taking your orders. So they feel very inadequate. Okay, this is the issue. And they're seeing you have the power of love. They are having a very hard time accepting their lot in life. And it's not your fault that they made these decisions in their life, that they did not create a beautiful, artistic, and loving life. Somebody's name that starts with the letter A or B. These people, they don't have this like form of self-expression that you have. Your creations, they give you a lot of self-expression. And it's like you have multiple forms of self-expression as well. So they're seeing you express your art, and they see you express your truth. They see you expressing your experiences in such a beautiful way. It's like they know that the way that you have come through a lot of the challenges around, you know, the people who falsify information or did something negative to you, they knew that it was only love that brought you here. So people are definitely saying that you are coming into acceptance around a lot of relationships that came to the end, because a lot of these people, they just feel like they have to take your orders, or they have to like they have to serve you. I'm hearing that they're something about where they feel like they have to like answer to you in some type of way, or they have to be the ones that are like, I'm hearing they're always one step up behind you, especially if these are people who are doing the same things as you. It's like you're dominating this thing, and they just look like, you know, they like, while you are the expert, they are the people who catch the details, right? You like, while you are the manager, while you are the leader, while you are like the executive, the senior leadership, they are the analysts, right? They are the ones that are like, oh, we catch the things that the experts miss. We catch the details. We're in the weeds. We don't see the bigger picture. We don't see the vantage point. And a lot of these people, they hate the fact that you have the leadership position. Okay, they hate the fact that you have the throat chakra, right? You are the ones that have the peace and balance and the beauty, artistry, and love. This is like about your life, okay? Tell me about the gossip. I'm hearing the Aries too. Somebody very triggered wearing the color yellow. Some of these people, it's your skin color, okay? That has been a thing, okay? Yeah, somebody here stole something from you. Somebody came into your house and they stole, like, something came up missing, and there was no explanation as to why it came up missing. Sometimes you guys have been going through your life and things have come up missing, and you have not had, and you realize that the people who you've been letting in your house, they have been stealing from you. You know what that means? They're jelly. They are the ones cooking your food. I'm hearing macaroni and cheese and grill my swordfish. These people who are taking your orders at the table, they're here taking your orders at the restaurants. They hate you they hate having to, like, bow to you. They hate, like, I don't know what this is. It's like, but these people, they feel like they just see your beauty, artistry, and love, and they don't know that you've had to, like, take a lot of gambles, take a lot of risk, that you've dealt with all these people who falsify information, all these people who try to strip you of your peace and balance, people who try to steal your wealth, okay, try to steal your resources, your belongings. Shoes and clothes came up missing. Yeah, I don't know. People who stole creative ideas, people who stole the affection from your partners, people who stole, you know, a lot of other powers that they think that they like. These are people who are like, they're Molly the maid, okay, Molly the maid, servants and things of that nature, okay. They've been very duplicitous, okay, very duplicitous. And then we have gossip on the bottom of the deck, right? So, yeah, these are definitely individuals who stole things from you, and they came around being duplicitous. They were acting innocent to mislead you. But you have been, like, they feel like through the 5th house, you have been this magical child, and you've been seeing the sacred beauty in all things, and you believe that anything is possible, and your life is a miracle. Your life is a reflection of the power of love. It's a reflection of all the gambles that you took, all the risks that you took, because you were seeing the sacred beauty in all these things. They don't know that your life was grief-stricken. They don't know that you've been through all these different challenges. That, you know, they just see, you know, a lot of them, they don't know that you've ran into earth angels, you've ran into blessings, right? You ran into people who just, you know, you were just sitting there and somebody came in and blessed you. Like, oh my God, that made me believe that anything is possible. So why not? Like, why would I stop? Okay? They see that your creations are like magic. Everything you touch turns to gold. You are the magician. You are the one that is having the artistry. You are the ones that's having the sacred love. Okay? So they just feel like they have to sit up and serve you and catch the details that the experts miss. Okay? So yeah, you know, so you might be dealing with, you know, people who don't have, you know, they don't have as much power as you. They will try to steal powers. They will try to steal your creative ideas. They will try to steal money and affection. Somebody literally was stealing your belongings because they were so desperate for your life, right? Stealing your, you know, money away from you, stealing your romantic partners because they were so desperate. They was lacking so much. They needed to steal away from you. So this person, they falsified some information about you, okay? So let's see what they said. Okay, a little bit more information around, you know, this gossip situation, okay? We have Jupiter. They see you as so lucky. Yeah, you know, they were like, oh my God, it was the power of love and luck that, you know, and the magic and the sacred beauty, right? And all things, the good fortune. They see you as very fortunate, very benevolent, very successful, very accomplished. They see you as, like, I don't know, they see so much, like, abundance. They would just, like, feel like they need to steal some of it. Okay, yeah, P. They stole something from you. They stole your possessions because they were racketeering with their military authorities. Somebody's name is Helen or Hazel. They stole partners away from you because they knew that those partners had wealth. They stole your creative ideas. Somebody's name starts with the letter S. because they literally did not have any power to like make up their own purpose. They didn't have like they don't have an ideology. They don't have anything about them that makes them unique. They're just sitting there serving you, right? I'm hearing something where somebody cut you a slice of pie, or they had to serve you something on dinner plate. Something where somebody served, they had to serve you, or they represent, they're the ones that don't have any skills. Okay, this is the chef at the cook the cook in the kitchen. They just see you outside having artistry and fun. Okay, I don't know if this is so much gossip, y'all. And then we have the second house. What, y'all? Yeah, this tarot reader. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all. This person, they was stealing your possessions. Y'all, this person, they don't have any moral, value. Okay. I'm also getting somebody who's involved in a sport, or they may be involved in an art form. They're artists. They can't get it on their own. This person I'm hearing, they was sneaking around and they was falsifying information, and something where they were racketeering, using their military powers and authorities to steal your possessions, to break and entering. They were stealing your things because they know that those things represent your personal values. Okay, this tarot reader, okay, they're very duplicitous on the internet. They may, they may have these initials within their name. They hated you for having higher learning. They feel so inferior to you, but you had great powers of observation and intuition. I'm getting that they had ways of exposing themselves, or you have a top tier intuition. Like I said, they just feel like you are spiritually and intellectually superior to these people, and they felt like they lacked money, creative ideas, affection, and other powers. So they wanted to steal that away from you, and this is so awkward. Some people are actually talking about this. This person, they're talking about the truth about them, how they've been sneaking behind and stealing your things, and how they've been, the tarot reader, if this is a tarot reader, they have been falsifying information, B, P, H, they have been falsifying information and trying to, they have been duplicitous to others. They are con artists, tarot readers, okay? But I'm getting that people are seeing you so abundant now. Your creation is they feel like, there was a light, that you have been shedding light on the wealth within you that can never be stolen. You're like, you can steal all of my possessions. You can take everything that I have, and you still will not be me. You still will not be empowered. You can steal all my creative ideas. You can steal all of my money. You can steal all of my partners, and you will still not be empowered. They feel like you keep coming out with these different tricks and ways of empowering yourself. Okay, so what are people saying about this duplicitous person? The truth is out about them. People, they may share the same tarot network as you, and they see that you have been the ones with the financial capability and all the personal power and personal freedom. They see that you're the ones with all the creative ideas, and you have been shedding light, through your great powers of observation and intuition, how this person has been duplicitous, a con artist, tarot reader. Okay, but they see you still been seeing the sacred beauty in this whole thing. Okay, because it's giving you a voice. It's giving you something that cannot be stolen. You can't steal my voice. The truth is out about this person, how they hate your voice. They're very jealous. If they are public speakers like way you are, or something like that, they hate the sound of your voice, the way how you articulate yourself. It represents how spiritually and intellectually more advanced that you are. Some of you guys are philosophers, and you explore religious studies, and you are talking about your ethical and moral values. And this is reflecting, after the light came out, the light shone itself on this person. and that this person has been duplicitous. They haven't been ethical and moral. They have been lying to the cohorts. They've been lying to the network. This tarot reader, they have been quite literally lying. They're con artists. They're not reading correctly. For others, this person, you know, is literally duplicitous, and they've been sneaking around because they hated your self-expression. Yeah, a lot of people are like, I'm walking away from that. I mean, a lot of people are, because this person was so unjust to you. Okay, somebody's name Sage, or someone's name starts with the letter S, Shayla. People who have been thieves, they have literally been trying to steal your heart. They've been trying to steal your heart, your life's work. Okay, so your ideology and your philosophy, Brittany, they have literally, like, people are like, okay, the truth is coming out that they have literally been trying to steal Power 4's life's work. Like, this is Power 4's wealth that can never be stolen. Why are you trying to steal that? They know that these people have been so unjust. Especially the ones who have been committing crimes. Trying to steal your ideology, trying to steal your higher learning when they just are not that smart. But they feel like you have been seeing the beauty in this whole thing and that you're still happy. Okay? That's what I'm seeing, Power 4. Let me know how that resonates down below. This is unfortunate. The truth is out about this person. You're getting your justice. You know, these people, they're definitely getting withdrawn from. They got canceled. Okay, I was hearing that at the beginning. I'm hearing it canceled. People got canceled. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And I'll see you on the next one.